This is Dave, the guru, and another tutorial using Game Salad. In this lesson, we're just going to go ahead and work a little bit with text in relationship to tables and our rules, just so you can see it working and how we do some basics. So let's go ahead and just make a text attribute self so we can just have an attribute to deal with. And we'll just call this text. And then you can see, I'll show you my table. In column 6, I have a value. I put value in here. It's text. That doesn't really mean anything. And let's just make a rule. And so now what we're going to do is we need to use the text expression to be able to do this. So we're going to go ahead and we'll grab our table cell value. And we know it's row 1, column 6. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch this to is. So we're going to look for an exact match between the two words. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab the self text value. And I have value, so we'll put value in here just to start off with a match. And then we'll go ahead and grab display text. And we'll just put matched. And we'll go ahead and just grab a color to use here. And we'll look at it and we see we have matched. So now if we were doing like a word type game, we could just go ahead and grab this, put it in our otherwise section, and we could do try again. And we'll just go ahead and change this to a red. And if we preview it, I've got to change this. So let's just get rid of one letter like that. And then you can see try again. We're not matched. But we could also go in and say if it contains. So as you'll see, since we've got the value close, it does contain some of those letters. You'll see it says matched, or you could use this for using a search function. Whereas if the word starts with almost like a Google type search where it gives you different returns based on what you've typed in. So you could list things that begin with these letters and then fill out the rest is a way that could be used. You can also do begins with, so you'll see it's matched. And if we go ahead in and change this to an E just for the heck of it, we would see try again. And if we put in a capital V as well, you're going to see because it's case sensitive. So if we put a lowercase v back in there, we're going to go ahead and get a matched function. And you can do with does not contain. And you could do does not begin with, does not end with, is not, and contains. So this is kind of some of the basic ways that we work with text in our rules in relationship to tables. And then, of course, we could always go into a table just with like we did with other stuffs, and we could have a value in here. The same thing. And then we could come down and do an expression on this side as well. And this is column 7. And we would have the same situation. So if we went in and changed our table value, so we put, and we come back and we say is. And so that's basically, it's similar, identical in how we work with text values, comparing them to each other in the similar way that we work with numbers. It's just a little bit different process, but the mechanics of it, as far as addressing things in our code, is similar. So that's how we work with text and rules in relationship to Game Salad. In the next lesson, we'll begin to go through some of these different functions related to tables that we can use in our rules to deal with, modify, and start to build some integrated code to be able to do some cool stuff through expressions to get different values in tables while building a generic type code base. You can find me on the forums under the name Lost Oasis Games. This is Dave, the Guru. I'll see you in the next video.